This is my preparedness puzzle. I know it's a Rubik's Cube, but as an analogy for preparedness, I think it works pretty well. Right now, it's kind of a mess, but that's the way it is for us all. The process for solving it has a lot of similarities to becoming prepared. It's complex, there are a lot of steps, but you don't have to find the magic bullet solution. You just address each step. Just like it's not about finding the perfect kit or checklist, or preparing for an overall disaster, but how that disaster impacts you. Think little picture for each part of the puzzle. Just like the path to becoming prepared, it doesn't matter how messed up or crazy it is right now. If you focus on the fundamentals, you will figure it out. You don't have to solve one side and then try to solve the next side, then another, because it won't work. They are not independent, but part of a larger puzzle. To solve it, you need to know how each side interacts with the others. The different sides of this puzzle could represent your different preparedness needs. You don't randomly pick something and independently focus on it. You have to understand how each of your needs, food, water, shelter, and so on, could be impacted by a disaster and how they are reliant on each other. Then prioritize your efforts based on which will help you the most. So identify your basic needs. Identify likely hazards you might face, then assess how each of those hazards could impact your basic needs. What you learn from that are your vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and how the needs we have are often dependent on each other. If you have a well, for example, you have a nearly endless supply of water. But without electricity, you have to figure out some other way of getting it out. So that is an example of how, say, a windstorm could impact your electricity needs, which then impact your water needs, and much more. All of our needs are interconnected, so figure out what your needs are, what they are dependent on, and how that makes them vulnerable, then prioritize and address those. Short of destroying this cube, there is no way to mix it up so badly that it can't be solved, because I follow a formula for solving it. Don't go into preparedness haphazardly trying different things, hoping it will work. Follow the formula. When you address and meet your needs based on how emergencies affect them, you can solve your problems. In other words, when you solve your preparedness puzzle, you make your vulnerabilities into strengths, and many emergencies aren't really emergencies anymore.